Welcome back, everybody. Derrick Sue, your East Oakland advocate. Well, in the month of April, next month, becomes my ninth year from when I was first diagnosed with colon rectal cancer. And I am uh, I'm on the threshold of being declared cancer free uh, at the 10-year mark. And so at this is the 9-year mark. And so a lot of important tests are going on right now. And in fact, I got the final results from Aubrey Genetics about my um, DNA, RNA, the RNA expanded uh, uh, tests, and it's pretty interesting. And what this does, it alerts the doctor that there could be possible future cancer issues, and to test for certain things. And so this is pretty interesting. I'll show you the paper. This is what I got, and you see right there it says negative. And so, uh, as far as they know, there are no uh, trace factors to in my RNA that would uh, there would be any more cancer related issues. They tested for a whole lot of um, things. I mean, look at that list right there. All of those they tested for, and different types of cancers that we're able to screen for these days, and alert the doctors. And uh, coming up on my ninth year, like I said, we're doing a lot of tests, and that's to set up for next year in April of 2025 is my 10th year anniversary of colon cancer, catching it early enough. And that's the hope, is that uh, people catch their cancers early enough through screening. And I want to speak on behalf of colon cancer, being a colon cancer survivor. And uh, I reached the 5-year mark. There were some markers there, and actually few polyps that were removed in a colonoscopy. It was doing during a routine colonoscopy well after my surgery that things popped up. And so uh, the doctor said that wasn't any it wasn't a big scare, because that was something that they kind of had planned on seeing, because it was typical. And so when they tested those polyps, none of the polyps tested, they all were benign. And that's the good part. None of them were cancerous. So they didn't have to go in and do anything else. And so I just been plugging along here. There are a lot of side effects that are very life changing. That's one of the things that I have to say. Uh, I used to be a lot more active and a lot more physical on things, and the treatment, it weakens a lot of cells, it damages a lot of cells. In fact, it even kills good cells, and that's the thing that comes back. And the doctors can never predict exactly what is going to happen um, on cell damage. And for myself, I lost feeling in both my hands and my feet at the time. Fortunately, within a year, 90% of the feeling came back into my hands. And so that was a big benefit. And even today, I had lost what was predicted, over 80% of the feeling in my feet. So that's why I had stopped driving. And I continue to no longer drive a vehicle, even though a lot of feeling has come back to my feet, where I feel that I could safely maneuver the gas and brake pedals. But it's in my best interest and everybody else's best interest that I not drive a vehicle, because there's so many different options that I have. I have friends with vehicles. There's Lyft that I use. I don't use Uber, folks. I refuse to use Uber anything, just from past experience with them. And so that's why I no longer use Uber, even for food or anything. But uh, getting this genetics test is important, and I highly recommend that you talk to your oncologist about getting this even earlier. And nowadays, um, colon cancer screening begins at 45. And I encourage young folks to uh, take the ask for the non-invasive test, just in case. It doesn't cost that much, and in fact, your insurance may even cover it, because we're finding younger folks, even as young as 30, are now coming down in large numbers with colon cancer, colon rectal cancer. And so it's important that you catch it early, because this was colon rectal cancer used to be referred to as the old man's disease. And seeing it in a young person was just unheard of not that long ago, because the screening typically started at 50. And I started screening at 45, because I knew my family had a propensity for colon rectal cancer. I had two grandfathers that died from colon rectal cancer, and my father passed away from colon rectal cancer. I am the first survivor of colon rectal cancer in the uh, male line of the two families. So it's it's important, and it's a step to show the importance of catching cancer early. But again, you have to ask for this, and I did. And your healthcare may or may not cover it if um, and one of the interesting things that I want to mention about this, the embattled 23andMe, the DNA genetics testing company, used to include this test and results for you, for your DNA test. But they're embattled right now, and so I don't think anybody else has that going, where it's an incentive to take their DNA test. But look around. There still may be something out there. But if you're a cancer patient, or if you've just been notified that um, you are you have cancer, go through your treatments. Listen to your doctors. That's who I listen to from the get go, and my attitude from the beginning was not, oh, woe is me, but how soon can we get this taken care of, and I can get back to life, because I was I was kind of in a denial period that I was going to die from cancer, and that was a good and bad thing. Number one, it's saying I'm prepared to fight, uh, but also I don't know what's going to happen. I'm very vulnerable, and so those are things that are very personal when you get that message, and it can be very devastating, especially if you're a young person who has just begun to live life. Whereas an older person like myself, I've lived life, and I've had a lot of experiences. Whereas a young person, we want you to survive. We want you to get those tests early, get all those cancer tests early, breast cancer screenings, uh, blood screenings, all of them. We want you to live a good, long, full life. There are tests out there nowadays, and but also those treatments come with side effects that are life changing, and some of the things that I really miss. Number one, I miss driving. Number two, I really miss skiing, snow skiing, water skiing. I love sports, and I was very active. Also, it made it a lot more difficult for me to run because my balance and equilibrium has been affected through the treatment also. So I've had to make a lot of concessions as to my equilibrium, balance, walking, and now running is out of the question. And also, I have a big dog. In the event that I fall down on the street, I have a way that I can get back on my feet if if I need to, because she's 125 pounds and I can leverage her weight and her size to get myself back up on my feet in a way where I can get back home, or at least in a position where I can call for help, because I don't go anywhere without my phone. And that's my lifeline. So, folks, stay safe. I hope that you never contract cancer. It's a horrible, terrible disease that is life changing. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be right back.